Mzwakhe Nkosi.
Mzwakhe, you guys had it in the palm of your hand, and then you guys didn't kick the ball out after the. Just your thoughts?
Yeah, I can't explain it either. We were Currie Cup champions for 10 seconds, and just in the moment, lacked leadership, lacked presence. All that you do was call a 59 or a line out where the 9 is in front, win the ball in front, get the ball, kick it out. And yeah, we proceeded to maul it and they turned it over. Yeah, and I thought the call at the end was a bit harsh. All things equal, I thought we had all rights to the ball. But either way, we should have kicked the ball out and become Currie Cup champions instead. Plum and them have started their season off on a good note.
I know it's a bit early, but has anyone actually given you an explanation for what the thinking was?
Yeah, no use going for a review, Sim. Spilled milk, whether we review it or not, it's not going to reverse the result, is it? So we might as well just shake hands and be on our ways.
Yeah, commiserations, but how difficult would it be to sort of lose focus of what you've done through the season by just looking at that moment?
Yeah, look, Liam, obviously there are a couple of objectives that have been achieved from a franchise point of view, but you know, to lose like that in the final with young kids against a team for all intents and purposes that's probably worth the value of Ellis Park. To score a try with a man down, to try and close it off, we win that. I mean, their roster, if you look at their roster, it's incredible. I don't think anyone knew Renzo du Plessis was before he started the season. But yeah, again, maybe that's why their roster's like that.
Mzwakhe, obviously the change room must be a pretty quiet place at the moment, but just for you personally, your feelings on this. I mean, you've been through setbacks before. How do you overcome this, and how do you go forward? Yeah,
it's still a game of rugby, so there's very little we can do. I've got to rock up on Monday and coach under 21s again. But yeah, personally, it's a big loss for me personally. In terms of you don't get too many opportunities to get into finals and then to win finals, and I thought we put ourselves in a good position to win the final. So pretty gutted that we didn't. It's heartbreaking to see Jordan kick the winning kick when I recruited him from Marty's B-field. But I guess that's rugby, eh?
Just on the first 50, 60 minutes, the other team wanted to go for the posts as well. Maybe can you tell us maybe the reasoning was the conditions? Just did you guys feel that you have more chance more than, or? Yeah, look, we thought we wanted to go for the jugular. Our penalties were probably outside the 15, so a little bit out of range in terms of Nico Steyn and Sanelli at 10. But that's the risk we ran. Maybe perhaps was allowed for Cade, but we ran that risk and we were happy for that. But again, we've got only ourselves to blame, so we can't make any excuses. We get the line out, kick it out, and I probably would have gone first and Plum sitting here. So.
So how difficult would it be now for the guys to pick up ahead of the URC season? There was that such good momentum build up towards it, and this is sort of a bit of a hammer blow for the guys. How do you sort of pick that up now?
Yeah, most teams in rugby use the word accountability, so someone's going to take account for this. I imagine the powers that be will have to come and speak to us. But from a player perspective, taking accountability means rocking up here on Monday and preparing for Ulster next week. That's accountability. So you can't rest too long on your roles. Otherwise, you sit here, or Ivan sits here and it's the same result.
Coach, what have you learned about yourself, your coaching style throughout this tournament? How much has it helped you in terms of stint senior rugby? How much have you grown throughout this tournament?
Yeah, I think tournaments like this, when you get the type of results we got, and the result we got until 80 minutes, 30 seconds, it's one conviction in coaching style, conviction in the way I'd like to coach the game and play the game, and the way I want to lead teams. So that was good for me. The challenge for me is just to make sure that I keep learning, add on to that, and go and get another campaign.
Mzwakhe, if you look back at the Currie Cup and the youngsters that brought you here today, do you feel that a lot of them deserve a chance in the URC that's put up their hands and showed what they can do in this Currie Cup?
Yeah, they've certainly put up their hands and will give Ivan and his management food for thought in terms of who plays and who doesn't play. That was one of the objectives, as we alluded to earlier at the start of the campaign 12 weeks ago. So, and that's healthy. We've created depth in the union. I think in our ability, if you look at the group that went out there, for Morgan O'Dea to get a scrum penalty with 7 men against Trevor Nyakane, who's a back-to-back World Cup winner with 50-odd Springbok caps. There's a lot to be said for that. The challenge for them is to kick on. This Currie Cup would have helped greatly for their confidence and their CVs too, in terms of accolades. But yeah, they must kick on. And the challenge, Ivan, and for the franchise is to ensure that we kick them on. Otherwise, it's a good campaign, but it stays a good campaign if it doesn't translate into results on the field. And in this industry, we all judge by results, aren't we?
We take 2 more guys. We're happy. Colleagues, thank you very much.